All 67 people aboard a military chopper and passenger jet are presumed dead after colliding near D.C.'s Ronald Reagan Airport. It is the country's deadliest aviation disaster in 23 years. American Eagle Flight 5342 out of Wichita, Kansas was attempting to land when the chopper crashed into it. That chopper was out on a military training exercise at the time. Search crews recovered 2 black box data recorders, both from the jet. Investigators with the National Transportation Safety Board asked the public to be patient as they sort through the wreck's details.
As part of any investigation, we look at the human, the machine, and the environment. So we will look at all the humans that were involved in this accident. Again, we will look at the aircraft, we will look at the helicopter, we will look at the environment in which they were operating in. That is standard in any part of our investigation.
The NTSB says they plan to produce a preliminary report about the crash within 30 days. President Donald Trump was quick to question the decisions of the chopper and the air traffic controller. He also cast blame on a Biden-era policy for the crash. NBC's Susan McGinnis shares how the political world is interpreting this crash.
As emergency crews searched the grim carnage from Wednesday night's mid-air collision, investigations quickly opened into what caused the deadly crash that killed all 67 on board the 2 aircrafts.
This was a dark and excruciating night in our nation's capital.
The Pentagon, the NTSB, the U.S. Army, and others now gathering evidence, interviewing witnesses, and seeking answers.
No excuses. We're going to get to the bottom of this.
President Trump, without evidence, casting blame on air traffic controllers, the Black Hawk pilot, and taking aim at diversity policies of previous administrations.
What evidence have you seen to support these claims?
It just could have been. We have a high standard. We've had a much higher standard than anybody else.
Another target, former Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg.
He's a disaster.
Buttigieg calling the president's comments despicable. The current Transportation Secretary promising changes to keep such disasters from happening again.
After the FAA studies what happened, we will take appropriate action if necessary to modify flight paths and permissions.
If we have the safest flying anywhere in the world, then we'll keep it that way.
The president reassuring Americans it is safe to fly.
Well, 14 of the people on board the passenger flight were members of the figure skating community. Several of the figure skaters were returning home from a training camp. Also on board were 2 highly decorated Russian skaters who won the Paris title in the 1994 World Championship. The crash comes just days after the conclusion of the U.S. Figure Skating Championship. Fellow figure skaters said many of the victims were on the path to become stars.
It's like they are the next generation of us. Whatever discipline they choose to go, they have shown improvement, promise, that fire in their eyes.
These skaters were invited to the development camp because of how amazing they are, the potential that they showed on the ice, and the capabilities that they had at such a young age show that they had promise for the future of this sport.
This is not the first time a plane crash has devastated the U.S. figure skating community. 34 figure skaters were killed in a 1961 crash near Brussels Airport in Belgium as their plane attempted to land.